Good evening. I'm Hippo. Let's take a breath and drift into tonight's gentle story. Once in a quiet forest wrapped in the soft blue of night, there lived a young owl named Ori. Ori was like most owls, with wide golden eyes, feathers the color of twilight, and wings that barely made a sound. Every night, when the stars opened their sleepy eyes, Ori would open his too. That's what owls do, after all. But one night, as Ori blinked into the darkness and stretched his wings under the moonlight, he paused. "Why am I awake?" he whispered to himself. It wasn't a sad question, or even a confused one, just quiet, like the breeze that tiptoed between the trees. Ori blinked again. He couldn't remember why he was supposed to stay up all night. It used to feel natural, like blinking or breathing, but now he wasn't so sure. He looked around. The forest was calm and cool. The trees hummed softly in their sleep. The river, not far away, whispered stories only the stones could hear. The fireflies danced. Everything was just as it always had been. But something inside Ori had changed. "I'll ask someone," he said, fluffing his feathers. "Someone must know why I'm awake." And so Ori took flight, wings slicing through the air like poems. First, he flew to a little hill where the rabbits lived. Even though they were daytime creatures, one little rabbit named Rune liked to stay up a bit late, just to watch the stars come out. "Rune," Ori called gently, landing near the rabbit's burrow. Rune poked his head out, sleepy-eyed. "Oh, hi, Ori. Isn't it late for me? Or early for you?" "That's just it," Ori said. "I can't remember why I'm supposed to stay awake all night. Do you know?" Rune blinked. "Maybe because the stars need someone to watch them." Ori tilted his head. "Maybe. Or because night things get lonely if no one is there." Ori thought about that. "That's a nice thought, Rune." The little rabbit yawned. "You're always kind to talk to when I can't sleep." Ori gave a soft smile. "Thanks." But as Rune slipped back into his burrow, Ori still felt the question tugging at his feathers. It hadn't been answered, not really. He flew on. Next, Ori visited the old beaver by the river. The beaver's name was Bartholomew, and though he was known to snore louder than the wind, sometimes he stayed up to fix his dam. Tonight was one of those nights. "Ori," Bartholomew said, chewing on a stick, "what brings you out so early, or late, or whatever this is?" "I was wondering," Ori said, "do you know why owls stay awake at night?" Bartholomew scratched his chin. "Because the world needs watchers, guardians, someone to see the things others don't. That's what I think." "Watchers," Ori repeated. "But what if I don't want to watch? What if I just want to sleep?" Bartholomew nodded slowly. "Then maybe that's what you're meant to do tonight." Ori looked up at the sky. The stars blinked gently, like they were listening. "Thanks, Bartholomew." And again he flew. Higher this time, above the trees, to the edge of the cliff where the wind spoke in whistles and sighs. There sat a fox, not sleeping, but not quite awake either, with her tail curled around her like a soft scarf. Ori landed nearby, not speaking at first. The fox eventually opened one eye. "Something's weighing on you, Owl." "I forgot why I stay awake," Ori said. The fox nodded, as if she'd expected that. Some nights are like that. Do you know the answer? I might, she said. But maybe you're not supposed to find the answer tonight. Maybe tonight is just for asking. Ori looked at the stars again. They shimmered, quiet and kind. But what if I forget forever? The fox chuckled softly. Then maybe forgetting is how you remember something new. Ori didn't know if he understood, but something about her words made his wings feel lighter. He flew one last time, but not to visit anyone. He flew to his favorite tree, an old spruce whose branches curled like open arms. It had been his sleeping place, his watching place, and his thinking place for as long as he could remember. He perched there, let his feathers settle, and looked out across the forest. Below him, the rabbits dreamed. The river kept telling its quiet story. Fireflies blinked their tiny lights. The wind wrapped the treetops in lullabies. And Ori, he didn't feel like watching anymore. He felt sleepy. Not from sadness, not from confusion, just sleepy. And that's when it happened. As he closed his eyes and tucked his head beneath one wing, a memory returned. It wasn't a word or a thought, more like a feeling. He remembered staying awake not just to see, but to be. To be the silence in the dark, to be the calm between crickets, to be the stillness that told the world, it's okay, someone is here. Ori smiled to himself. It was enough. Maybe tomorrow he would remember more. Maybe he wouldn't. But tonight he would rest. And in the softest part of the night, beneath stars that glowed like old memories, the little owl, who forgot why he stayed awake, finally let himself fall asleep. Good night, Ori. Good night, little listener. Sleep gently. Hippo.